Hello, and welcome to Creating Wealth with Purpose platform. This is where we discuss your personal finances, how to create wealth, and how to be a blessing to your community. My name is Suyini Salifu. Today, we are excited to discuss money personalities. Just like we have learned about temperaments and various personalities that we have, we need to understand what our money personality is, and that is what we'll be discussing today. So kindly click on the subscribe button and make sure that you click on the notification bell also so that you are always updated with our new videos. Our money personalities are simply giving us an indication of one other thing that influences our financial decisions. And we have different categories. The first one I want to speak about is the spender. Now, the spenders are happiest when they spend. They don't like a list, they don't want a budget. They feel very validated when they tend to spend. They enjoy buying gifts for people. Spending makes them feel loved and valuable. And this is a personality that impacts how they manage money. If you feel this way, most likely you are a spender. And when it comes to the spenders, they really don't bother whether they can afford it or not. So even if they have to take a loan and come and spend on you, they will gladly do that, because again, that is what makes them feel them, that is what makes them happy, and they enjoy doing that. The other personality we have is the avoider. Now, the avoider believes intrinsically that they can't understand money and that they can't balance money, so then they don't want to know about it. These are the people who believe that money is the root of all evil, and so they don't want to have anything doing with it. So they avoid it, they avoid any discussion about money, and they just want to keep going and don't want to know what to do about it. That is another money personality that we have. The third one is the hoarder. The hoarders are very happy when they can put money down towards something, and these are building wealth for security. Their focus a lot is on security. So something like building a house, they are very focused on getting that home ownership. They are also very careful with funds, and they research heavily before making any decision. Before they will decide to buy something, they will check all that they have to do before they will use the money for that. They are quite trustworthy with money, and they do not dip into money anyhow. They are careful how they spend it. Most hoarders are also workaholics. There's a bit of a fear that they will lose the money they make, so they keep trying to work harder and harder to make more money to ensure security in their future, and they base their self-worth on how much money they have. This is the hoarder. The other one is the giver. The giver believes that there's a limited amount of money out there, and so what they have to give it all away. This is not necessarily a bad trait, but it tends to have them giving out money, and when they can't, they feel very guilty that they cannot give out money and help people out there. This person enjoys helping others so much that they would even give off anything, the last thing that they have, just out to people. If they have something and someone doesn't have it or any finances, they feel guilty as to why they should have it and the person doesn't, and then they give that out. The givers have an internal belief that there's not enough money around, and so one person should not have it, but it should be spread around. So that is the giver. The last one that we'll be discussing is the saver. The saver enjoys checking their bank balance. They are always checking what is in their bank account. When they see their bank balance is very high, then they are so happy. It brings such great joy to them. They avoid debt as much as possible. They are careful about how they spend. But the downside is that they also don't enjoy life. They are so careful about it that spending money even on things to make them happy is a challenge with them. They find it difficult to spend money, and they are so focused on how to keep money. They worry a lot about scarcity, and they dwell there. They never think about abundance. They are always thinking about how they don't have enough and how they should save and do that. And this leads to stunted growth, whether it's even in business or in their personal life. You find that they do not really enjoy life and really struggle when it comes to living in abundance. You may be saying, oh, I'm not really one, I'm a combination of two, or maybe I'm not this, sometimes I'm that. How do you know what you are? Your default programming is what will give you an indication. So just think back. When you get money, what is your first instinct? Do you think that you want to spend it? Do you want to put it into your account? Do you want to hoard it? Do you think of the goal that you set that you want to put it towards? And that gives you an indication of what you are. No money personality is bad. We have all been created differently, and they all have their positive and negative aspects. So yours is to identify your major strength in this money personality and try and see how you can manage the weakness of it, so that you know what is influencing your financial decisions. It's not only the knowledge that you have, because yes, we can have a lot of knowledge, but we still won't practice it. And sometimes it's because of our money personality. When you also know that, let's say you are a spender, and whenever you have money with you, you spend it, then you may have to put things in place so that you don't always carry cash with you. You make sure that you limit yourself from certain things and learn how to say no to certain expenses. If you can't, also you get someone who is accountable to you. And if you are a saver and you realize that you can't even enjoy the money you are working for, then you need to learn how to do that. Learn that to think in abundance and not always scarcity, and see how you can also, yes, make money, but also live well. That is the point of having wealth, and also be a blessing to others. It's not all about keeping the money to yourself. You should also learn how to give out. And if you are a giver, for instance, don't just be so focused on only giving out. Sometimes you need to build enough wealth to make a greater impact. Sometimes too, you need to spend also even on your families. I know there are people who give out so much and don't even take care of their basic needs as well, just so that they keep giving out there. So these are a few things you can look at and understand what is influencing your money personality. So let's end with this verse from Psalm 139 verse 14, which says, I praise you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it well. Thank you so much for joining us. And if this video has been helpful to you, please do share and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and join us in the next video.